To go over our ingredients for al pastor. Now, first off, al pastor is usually cooked on a vertical spit, which is actually called a trompo in Mexico. Now, not everybody has a trompo, and they're about $500 to $600 just even for a small one. So this is going to be for you at home. You can do this on the stove, you can do this in the oven, but it is best to do this over some charcoal. Now, this marinade will marinate up to about 6 or 7 pounds of pork, so you're going to need some pork steaks for this recipe. For this recipe, we're going to need 4 Guajillo chilies, 2 chiles de Pasilla, and 2 chiles de Arbol. Now, you want to make sure that you open up every single one of these chilies and take out the seeds. Now, the chile Arbol, you don't really have to because they're really small, but the Guajillos and the Pasillas, you want to make sure that you take out the seeds and take out the veins. You're going to need some garlic. Now, I use every single clove on my garlic cloves, so you'll see small little garlic cloves like I have here. But if you have 2 big garlic cloves, that is perfect for this recipe. We're going to need the juice of 1 orange and 1 lime. Now, what differentiates this marinade to others is this right here is Annatto paste, also called Anchiote in Spanish. Now, this is very important because this is what signifies al pastor. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of oregano, a 1/4 cup of white distilled vinegar, a half of an onion, then finally 2 to 3 teaspoons of salt of your preference. Now, this is optional. You can toast your peppers. Now, what this does is it gives them a nice toasty flavor, and it changes the color. Actually, it makes it a little bit darker, and it starts extracting the oils from the chili pods. Now, just toast them for a couple minutes per side over medium to medium high heat. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put some water in the pan, and we're just going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to let that cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until the peppers are nice and pliable. Now, take all of your ingredients and put it in a blender, and you want to make sure that you blend this well. You want this marinade to be nice and smooth. You don't want chunks, you don't want little pieces or thick particles. Make sure that you blend it well. Now, this marinade is not just for pork. I've used it on chicken before, and it comes out fantastic on chicken. But it's really tasty, and you gotta try this. This is one of my favorite marinades. Now all we gotta do is we just gotta marinate our pork. So go ahead and put a little bit of that marinade on each side of the pork and just rub it in. Now, you wanna do this on both sides and let this sit for at least 24 hours. This batch of al pastor, I actually let it sit for 36 hours. That lets that marinade really get into that meat, and it comes out so flavorful. So for our charcoal, I have mesquite wood lumps, which is one of my favorite charcoals used for Mexican food. I also have a couple chunks of mesquite and a couple chunks of cherry. As you can see, that fire is pretty aggressive right now. So to calm it down a little bit, we're just gonna go ahead and cover it for about 10 minutes or so and let it chill out. So now that we have the fire all calmed down, let's go ahead and add our pork steaks over here on this side. Now, I let these actually marinate for 36 hours. So I guarantee you that marinade is gonna penetrate through on these pork steaks. Now let's go ahead and cover this up just to get a nice smoke on them. All right, so after about 10 to 15 minutes, just giving a nice little bliss of smoke. Now we're just gonna finish them off. Pork cooks really, really fast. I just wanted some of that flavor. And as you can see, look at that, marinade is shining. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit it direct. Take some of these, put it over direct coals, let that smoke and that fire just kiss it. Just about a minute or so. I mean, it really doesn't need a lot. All we're doing is just giving it a little bit of color, you know, getting that nice char that you want, because al pastor is, you know, it's got a nice char when they cook it up. So yeah, so just about a minute or so just to get some, you know, color on it. And then also, we're gonna need some pineapples. Get you some pineapple slices if you wanna get a whole pineapple, however you wanna do it. This goes great with al pastor, and actually that's how they serve it. You know, they'll give you your chunks of pork, your marinated pork, in your taco with some chunks of pineapple. All right, go ahead and give it a flip. Now cook it to the color you want. I got uncles that want stuff really, really dark and black. By all means, cook it to your preference. I just like a nice little kiss from the, you know, the charcoal, that flame, you know, that way you can get some good color on there. But I know people that if it ain't black, it ain't working right. So they'll actually ask you to cook it a little bit longer. But you know, cook it to your preference. So now that I got everything opened up, obviously you can see that the flames are getting a little bit, you know, hotter. You know, it's getting direct airflow.
So just keep things, you know, moving around. Obviously, I'm on direct flame, so you don't want to let it sit there too long. You know, you want to look at the bottom. If you see it burning up, like this one right here, I just barely put it. And it's getting some nice color on there. Yeah, see? These are actually gonna cook a lot faster. When I go indirect to direct, when I'm doing this part right here, it's all about color, because I'm pretty much cooking everything on this side. So when I go to direct, I'm really just looking to get that color, because I already know that it's cooked. This pork is already cooked to what me and my family like. So to finish this cook off, we got all our pork already cooked up. So what I like to do is I like to add some pineapples to this. Some grilled pineapples. Already got some going. You know, just get that nice little char and get those sugars caramelized just a tad bit. And we're gonna chop it up. This is gonna be a great addition into our tacos. So we're gonna take our tortilla. You can use corn tortilla, you can use flour tortillas, however you want it. So we're gonna go ahead and lay down a little bit of our al pastor. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some of that grilled pineapple that we did. Now we're gonna go ahead and add a salsa verde with avocado. Salsa verde with aguacate. This is some really good stuff. It's spicy. I have been falling in love with salsa verde with the avocado. Some really good stuff. And then we'll just finish it off with just cilantro and onion. And you can't forget a little dash of just some lime or lemon. I've been waiting to take a bite of this taco. It smells good, it's smoky. I smell the marinade, I smell the salsa, the fresh onion and cilantro. Cheers, y'all. This is some really good stuff. You have to try this recipe. It's really good. That marinade for the al pastor is awesome. You got the sweetness of that grilled pineapple, a good salsa verde, some fresh produce, and some good stuff. If you're new to my channel, consider hitting the subscribe button. Now we can see future videos just like this. As always, I'll leave the link in the video description and in the comment section, so that way you can go to my website, cookingwithkirby.com, to get the full printable recipe. I have these recipes. They're really good. You should try them out. Now y'all be beautiful and take care.